Pope Francis marks Ash Wednesday in Rome with a procession and Mass at the Basilica of Santa Sabina. Before Mass, dressed in purple vestments, the Holy Father walked in a solemn procession between two churches on Rome's Aventine Hill. Earlier today, we spoke to EWTN Rome Bureau Chief Alan Holdren before Francis took part in this centuries-old papal tradition. Alan, why does the Pope start Lent at Santa Sabina every year?
Well, this is a long-standing tradition, Lauren. Popes have long come here to Santa Sabina to celebrate Mass here at the altar that celebrates one of the first martyrs here in Rome, Saint Sabina. And he does so with the Dominicans who have their mother church here. And he does it with faithful from Rome who live in this local community, making a procession from the Church of St. Anselm, which is a Benedictine headquarters, just down the street, comes here to celebrate Mass, has his ashes sprinkled on his head in the local Italian tradition.
What then is a station church?
Well, a station church is one of these local communities in Rome that date back to the first centuries of Christianity here. When the Pope, the Bishop of Rome, would go out to meet with them during the late Lenten season. So he would go and basically work for unity in that developing church as it grew. And he would celebrate Mass with those local communities all across the city in what they called stations. They called the churches the stations. And this here, St. Sabina, is the very first of the station churches on a pilgrimage that goes all throughout Lent.
Lent is a time for sacrifice, for fasting. What is Pope Francis asking us to do?
Lauren, he's asking for exactly those things. He said that those things, prayer, fasting, almsgiving, can lead to a renewal of our hearts, which can go cold. He said that they can stoke the flame of charity in our hearts, and that we need that. We need to look towards Easter and towards Christ's resurrection to keep our gaze set on Christ coming into our lives, and to keep our hearts renewed with the charity that comes from Christ.
Alan Holdren, EWTN Rome Bureau Chief from outside Santa Sabina. As we start our faith journey to Easter, a reminder of the rules on fasting and abstinence during Lent. Catholics must fast and must abstain from meat today, Ash Wednesday, and on Good Friday. The fasting rules apply for those between 18 and 59. When fasting, you can eat one full meal and two smaller meals that together don't equal a full meal. All Fridays during Lent are obligatory days of abstinence.